Hello, welcome back to my channel. It is I, Abby Chiles, and today I'm here with a monthly reading wrap-up. This month, I am sad to say, was filled with a high fantasy series. It is one that many of you probably know and many of you probably love. I'm a little bit late to the train, but this month I read A Court of Thorns and Roses. I have read the first 4. I have not read the last one. I am currently working on it. I kind of wanted to take a break after I read the 4th one, which is A Court of Frost and Starlight, because it wasn't necessarily my favorite. It kind of wraps up the story from the first 3 and transitions to the story from this to this next one that I'm reading right now, and it felt like kind of a good place to stop in my reading journey. I needed a little bit of break from the thick fantasy. So I did take a break and I read 2 shorter, more lighthearted books, which I will talk about in a minute. But for those of you that don't know, A Court of Thorns and Roses, ACOTAR, the first one is called A Court of Thorns and Roses. And then we have A Court of Mist and Fury. And then we have A Court of Wings and Ruin. And then A Court of Frost and Starlight. And then the next one, which actually just came out last year, is, I only have the dust jacket with me right here, A Court of Silver Flames. They're all by Sarah J. Maas. The kind of premise of the whole series is there's fae and humans, and the world is separated by this wall. The bad guys want to tear the wall down and enslave the humans, and the good guys don't want that. The main character, her name is Farah. She is a human who comes to the fairy lands, and throughout the course of the books, I don't want to give the whole thing away, because there's so many good twists and turns, and if you haven't read them, I don't want to give it away. But the first book, she kind of defeats an initial bad guy. Honestly, scratch that. The first book, you could easily read the first book, A Court of Thorns and Roses, as a standalone novel. It does wrap up very nicely at the end. Once you read the second ones, you'll realize, oh, this wasn't as good as I thought it was. Once you read this one, you'll realize this is far superior and needs to be at the top of everyone's book list. But the first one, if you are under 18, this I would classify as young adult. It is not too spicy. It has a good, kind of easy to follow plot. It's still really interesting. There's still love interest. And it nicely wraps up with a good ending at the end. If you are over 18, then I can, without a doubt, recommend the next 3. This one, I give 4 stars only because this one and this one are without a doubt 5 and are just so good that I can't give the first one 5 stars because it's not as good as these. These are everything. They're so thick and fat. They're each 600 or 700 pages. They just, the world that Sarah J. Maas creates, the fight between good and evil, it's just everything. But I feel like I've talked about these books for long enough. It has been about 5 minutes. So that's these books. 5 stars for these 2. And this one, 2 stars. A Court of Frost and Starlight. If I feel like I could start A Court of Silver Flames, which is the 5th one, without reading this. This is not good. It's just not worth the paper that it took up. So that's my honest opinion on that. 2 stars for A Court of Frost and Starlight. Yeah, just doesn't even compare. And then as I said, I read 2 like lighter books to give me a break at the end of the month before I jumped into the monstrosity that is A Court of Silver Flames. So I read Cassie's Cowboy Crave by Kimberly Cray. I have actually read this before, so this was a reread. It's a witness protection program, rancher style book. There's 3. I have actually read all 3. This is the first one. It's a woman who needs to go into witness protection, and so she gets taken in by this really hot rancher, and she falls for him. That's the whole premise of the book. No need to describe any more than that. I gave it 3 stars. It's good, but not great. So, 3 stars it is. And last, the book that I most recently finished and also did a reading vlog on. So I'm not going to talk about it too much. Go watch the reading vlog if you want to read along with me, basically. I highly recommend this book, Every Drake Starts Over. I think I gave it 4 stars, but it's like 4.5. I said that in my reading review. It's very good. I think you should get it and read as I read in my reading vlog. The reading vlog is only 20 minutes long. Obviously, it'll take you longer than 20 minutes to read, but get this book and kind of follow along with me. I don't know. I had fun filming that video. I know it's like long and kind of like maybe no one wants to see me like react live to the turmoil of figuring out will they, won't they, but I don't know. I liked filming it and giving you guys my reactions. So check out the book, check out the video that I made about it. But this is 4.5 stars. And the spice is minimal, so I could recommend it to if you're under 18. Still a very good book. But yeah, I again don't want to give too much about it because I made that a whole other video. So watch that other video if you're interested in this book. I do give a spoiler warning once I start to spoil things, so you could watch like the first 10 minutes to get like an idea and then watch the last 10 minutes after you've read the book. But yeah, that is what I read this month. I read 6 books in 28 days. I think that's pretty good. And 2 of those were over 500 pages. So lots of pages read, lots of words read. My brain was mush for a few weeks in there while I was going through ACOTAR. And next month you will get my final review on what I think of A Court of Silver Flames and the whole series. So definitely come back and stay tuned for that. But that was what I read this month. February, it was a good month. March has spring break in it, so I might reread Beach Read because I'm going to the beach, and wouldn't it be fun to reread Beach Read at the beach? Let me know if you think I should do that. But I have some fun beachy books on the way and in my mind that I'm going to pick up. So maybe I'll do a book haul, like a spring break book haul with like summer beachy books. If you would want to see that, again, let me know. So yeah, March is going to be a really fun month, and I have a lot of fun videos coming of me like prepping for spring break vlogs, all that jazz. So subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and thank you for watching my videos. And that's all. Bye.